Before the video commences, I would like to remind everyone that this is a skit for entertainment purposes only. Any advice that could relate to actual situations in this video is not to be taken to heart. No one involved in the making of this video or performances, writing, whatever, is licensed or certified to give real advice on this subject. Other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of The Marveler Hotline. Thank you for calling the Timely Hotline. How may I assist you today?
Hello, thank you for taking my call. My brother left his 6-year-old son with us for a week yesterday. He and his wife went on a business trip to Europe.
That sounds wonderful. They can get some time to themselves and you get to spend more quality time with your nephew.
Well, it seems much more than my wife and I originally thought. We just learned that their plane crashed. They didn't make it.
I'm really sorry to hear that. It's never easy losing a family member, no matter what the circumstances might be. Have you told your nephew yet?
No. He's a smart kid, though, and I'm sure he knows something is wrong. I have no idea, though, how to even approach the subject with him.
Have you made any arrangements yet for who your nephew's going to live with?
Well, since we're the boy's only living relatives, we've begun an adoption process. My wife and I wanted children eventually, but we're just not prepared. We're not prepared for this responsibility. Can you offer any service or advice on what to do?
I will certainly do my best. However, you must understand that every situation and child is unique. So what will work for one person won't necessarily work for you.
I understand, but we're at a complete loss. So any guidance is greatly appreciated.
Well, to start off on a positive note, it does seem that you've already acknowledged that you don't have all the answers. So that's a good place to start. You see, it means that you are aware of the challenges ahead and are prepared to put in the time and effort it takes to raise a child.
I don't know if I would call my nephew a child exactly. As I mentioned, he is 6 years old and smart, very, very smart for his age.
Even at that age, children are still extremely impressionable and they learn based on how they see you behave and interact with others. This will directly impact what he views as acceptable behavior while also leading him to learn what is right and wrong. If, though, you make it very clear to him what is considered wrong. It's also important to take interest in his personal life while you can.
What exactly do you mean by that last part?
You just never know what life's going to bring for you and your family. You could live to a ripe old age, or unfortunately, you could be cut down in your prime, whether it's from a carjacking, when you're at a convenience store just getting milk, or heaven forbid, even a simple robbery. There is that off chance as well that you could get superpowers.
All right. Don't know why your thoughts would be that specific. How would you recommend taking an interest in his personal life? That can be difficult.
Try to find something you both can share together, like maybe fishing, or take an active role in one of his interests, perhaps science, since it can be a very, very rewarding field. However, more than likely, it's going to cause endless problems, from spider slayers to clones to symbiotes and even brain swaps.
Now I'm getting really concerned by how precise you are being. The non-specific stuff is wonderful advice, but how do I talk with him about his parents and their death?
If I'm being completely honest with you, most people would probably tell you to hide the darker parts of the truth from him. But here's the thing, he's going to have to learn to get used to it. Because the road of life, it can be very unpredictable. Whether it's some seemingly harmless spider bite, to unfortunately more death in the family and close friends, or witnessing the darkest areas of the world.
Okay, this discussion got even darker real quick.
I also firmly believe that children are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. And just from talking to you, it sounds like you do too.
Yes.
So be straight and upfront with him about everything. Yet remember that he is still a child, and be mindful of how he reacts so that you can judge the best way to continue the discussion.
Okay. Now that sounds more reasonable.
The final piece of advice that I would give you is to not be afraid to answer his questions and to talk about it in the future, even if you're only a memory.
Wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all your advice, even that weird stuff, and taking the time to offer it. I'm sure your bosses would like you to move faster through these calls.
You are very welcome, sir. Allow me to leave you with one final personal thought. The power or ability to influence a person is a great responsibility, which shouldn't be taken lightly at all.
That's a great way of putting it. I'll have to remember that, or at least a shorter version. May I ask your name?
It's Lee, sir.
Thanks for all your help, Lee.
It has been my pleasure and honor, sir. And that was the latest episode of the Marveler Hotline. Or should it have been called the Timely Hotline? Whatever, they both work. But we hope you enjoyed it. But what did you think of this? Whatever your thoughts, comment down below and let us know. And if you have any ideas for future Marveler Hotline episodes, drop us a line as well. Who knows, maybe someday you'll see one of your ideas as a video. But if you enjoyed this video and you haven't checked out our previous episodes, go ahead and look in the playlists. They're all there under Marveler Hotline. So, until our next video, remember, read what you love, enjoy what you love, and let's all work for a better fandom. I'll see you next time.